Crazy Cuties, welcome back. Today's video is actually trying out the Klarity Kosmetics Bloom eyeshadow palette. And I'm very excited to try out this palette. This is actually my first time trying their eyeshadows formulas. And yeah, before we get started, make sure you hit the like button so I know you like this content. If you want to be part of the Crazy Cuties clan, make sure you hit the subscribe button and of course hit the notification bell. You can be notified of any new videos that upload. Backstory, why I got this, why I want to try it out. I saw this palette on the Ice Cream Beauty spoiler page where you can do a choice. I did not get the Ice Cream Beauty box or anything like that. I only get the bag from Ice Cream Beauty. So I got this palette because I really want to try out the formula and I loved supporting small indie brands. That's how I've been. I have always liked supporting businesses of all kinds. I did get this palette from Klarity Kosmetics website. So I did have it insurance or anything and everything like that. But they really wrapped this thing up like crazy. It was like 7 layers of bubble wrap. I'm like, holy crap. But nothing's broken or anything like that. So that's just my personal experience from Klarity Cosmetics. Um, a lot of people are just like, yeah, no, they need to change this, change that. Personally, I don't know how the formula is. I'm just gonna try it out. I don't do swatches at all. That's just not me. I see how like the firm the eyes. A lot of people have told me that I've seen. People have told me and seen and everything. Their shimmers are really dry. I actually tried them out, and the ones that are like dry for me was Rose Over Bros, Rose Over Bros. There is Irresistible, and Once and Floral. Those were to me were the driest. To me, as long as they can perform on the eyes, I really don't care how the formula is. A lot of people have said a lot of things that the shades were had no binder to them or they just broke really easily. But it is what it is. I am not gonna nitpick on a brand. I am not gonna do that because to me, I am not a business owner. I don't do lab work with cosmetics, so I don't know. I just play with it, okay? So this is not sponsored. This is not, I'm not affiliated with them or anything like that. Palette's beautiful. I really like the palette. This is something I'm very excited with. But like I said, I'm just going to see how it forms on the eyes. So the eyeshadow primer that I am using is the Beauty Creations Neutral Eye Base Primer in Porcelain. I am definitely have to get some more of these. I did find my glitter primer because I have a feeling since these are like a little bit dry, they might be a little flaky, which is fine. I really like these shades already. Like these color shades are so pretty. And I love them very much. Even though this one looks like a purple, kind of weird. I say purple, it looks like it is purple, but on camera to me it looks like a blue. It could be more of a blue purple. So the first one, the shade I'm gonna use, Just Pollen Your Leg. I like the name. Has a little bit of kickback, as you can see. It's a very little kickback to me, but that's just fun. It's not a big deal breaker. Just take the excess off and there you go. It's not. People have problems with kickback. People have problems with fallout. As long as the eyeshadows is pigmented, easy to blend, easy to work with, I'm good. Ooh, this is a pretty color. I really like this shade already. So this is really pretty. Looks like it's easy to blend. I really do like this. I thought it wasn't like this kind of purple shade as you see. I feel like it was like more like a mauve, but it is a mauve purple. I think the formula is really good. The Wet n Wild Brulee single eyeshadow one just to blend that in. I'm just doing a lightly blend, not very much. Leave it like that, and there we go. Okay, we're gonna do Don't Be So Posy. I like that name too. And kind of blend that. Have a nice little wing to it. And sometimes I'm definitely just gonna go like that and meet that in the outer V. Has a nice little wing, which I do like. This is turning out really pretty. It is a little deeper from the first shade, just following your leg. I might go a little deeper with this eyeshadow look. I just don't know, you know, but it blends really nicely. So what I'm gonna do, the first shade that we use is the transition shade. So I'm gonna use this shade right here called Blooming Around. It's like a blue purple. As I can see, it's like a blue purple. And what I'm gonna do is just pat this right on the outer V. And that's all I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna blend it into the, we're just gonna see if we can angle it just a little bit. And I really like this. I really, really like this light. This is like my jam. Now I am going to use Glitter Glue because I have a feeling it will gonna flake a little bit, and that's fine. I am going to use Unearthly's Glimmer. I'm just gonna go and follow what I have a blank canvas, and I'm gonna use. Actually, I'm gonna go my comfort zone with this here. Once I floral, it is a dry. I just want to see how it pickles on the brush. Picks up okay on the brush. It's very iridescent. It is hard to get on the brush. I'm just gonna keep doing that. I actually have like the shimmer is working. It's a nice, like a wet look. And that's what I liked about these, like what I like about, because I feel like this is similar to Colourpop's formula when it comes to these kind of shimmers. That it's like iridescent, but it's like a wet look, you know, from the Arctic palette for Colourpop. That's what reminds me of. Tell you the truth, this shade, Once I Floral, could work better as just a loose pigment, not a pressed pigment. It's just because it's how dry it is. I'm not gonna say how dry. I'm not gonna say dry. It's a very flaky product. That's what this was what reminds me of. Is this shimmer formula of Once I Floral reminds me of the Colourpop Arctic one. It did the same thing. So I would suggest with these dry formulas, shimmer pressed pigments, use a glitter glue or a shimmer, whatever you want to feel like doing. To me, that what I would use to combat. But tell the truth, with that formula, you think there's gonna be a lot of fallout? Barely any fallout. There's barely any of that. So I do like how it looks. It's got to use a glitter primer, and there you go. It is a little flaky, but I feel like that's just due to the shimmer, not due to the fact that it has no binder. It does have a binder to it. It does have a binder. It's just more of a formula like Colourpop's Arctic palette. And I've used that palette many of times, so I know what I'm talking about because it did the same thing. It's not as flaky as that, but it gives you the same wet look vibe, you know? Yeah, I'm going to use the Essence Stay and Play Gel Eyeliner. It's a waterproof long, well, and I'm going to use this Crush on Lavender. Now that's interesting. Lavender is a flower. So there we go. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to try this Colourpop Level Up Lengthening Mascara. Okay. It's a little, nothing bad with the formula. I like it. It does give me that lengthening vibe to it. I'm going to finish up with my makeup, do this eye and finish up my makeup, and we'll be right back. So this is the finished look. I really love this color. My jam for the fall. Mm, 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 mm. If you want to know what I use on my face and on my lips, I will have the products listed down below. But we're here for the eyeshadow palette, Klarity Kosmetics Bloom Eyeshadow Pressed Pigment Palette. Now, as I play with this, I really love this formula. Um, Look, this is not just eyeshadow. This is a pressed pigment. Pressed pigments and eyeshadow formulas are a little bit different. It depends on formula. It depends on whatever the case may be. But these are pressed pigments. So pressed pigments can be a little dry, but they work as much as the eyeshadow of regular eyeshadows. Now I know a lot of people have said the shimmers are a little dry. They're pressed pigments. They're gonna be a little dry. Um, okay. It is what it is. And I am fine with the formula. As I played with once I floral, it was a little not as hard, I will admit. It was not hard. But I did have a little tiny little fallout, but it was not noticeable until I looked in the mirror. Once I looked in the mirror, I said, "Oh, little, you know, a little fallout, you know." And I was fine with it. It's like, oh, okay, whatever. It's not like a big old mess. Like, yeah. And how to combat with shimmers that are or glitters that are flaky and easy to have a little bit of minimal have a fallout. To minimize that, you want to take it little by little, and plus you want to use a glitter primer or a glitter base um eyeshadow primer. You know what I mean? But that's how I combat with my glitters and my shimmers. Sometimes I go with a glitter primer. Sometimes if I really don't want an very intense glitter or shimmer or anything like that, I will not use it. I just like, oh, okay, cool. But most of the time, if I really want it intense to really intensify the look, I will use a glitter primer. Um, but the ones that are flaky that I felt that were dry was Rose Over Bros, Irresistible, and Once I Floral. Those are the three shades that were dry to me. And as you can see, they pref- as you can see, Once I Floral was a very easy to work with. It wasn't a hassle. It wasn't a difficult situation. You know what? If you catch my drift. Um, I am definitely going to play with this even more to give you of more in depth how I felt more, but I don't think so because I think this is my first impression, okay? It's nothing bad. I would say whatever works for you works for you. Whatever works for me works for me. I can give you tips and tricks how I deal with stuff and everything else, and hopefully that would work for you. If not, we'll find something, you know? But this is a pressed pigment palette. This is not your regular eyeshadows. This is a pressed pigment, so it's going to be a little dry because how the formula is. Because some shades, depending on what the pigments are, they can be a little dry. So chemistry, it's whatever works best for you. I know a lot of people don't like a very dry formula, and that's fine. That is fine. But I'm not gonna hate any of this. I know, like I said before at the beginning of this video, people had problems with the Ice Cream Beauty box with the balloon palette and the other one that they came out. They put into for your choices, and most of them broke. It's just because it could be the packaging, it could be the format, it could be anything. Clarity is set. They said they are going to change the formula a little bit, but Clarity, I don't have a problem. I do not have a problem with it. I know a lot of people are, but I could be a voice of reason here for you. Um, but I do like them. I really do like it. This color story, I love it. I love this color story. This is a good fall palette and a winter palette for me. So I cannot wait to play with this even more, especially with these blues and these greens. Oh my gosh. This is how I actually feel. I think this is a beautiful palette. I think the formulas is really superb. I love it, even though people have problems with it because it's a dry formula. But how I see it, this is just a pressed pigment. that's how I feel about this palette. I really do enjoy it. I cannot wait to play with it even more. And yeah, mm, so I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you're at. I love you and God bless. Bye.